maybe it's a good moment to talk about Lloyd's more generally, actually, because thinking about, just a few years ago, probably 3 years ago, Lloyd's was actually in a pretty worrying place in terms of how it was performing, years of poor results. And it feels like the cards have turned over completely there. At the moment, coming off the back of a great year last year, looking like they're going to post fabulous results this year. Stamp capacity is coming out, 50 billion plus of business going out compared to, I remember when that was half of that. Yeah. They really have grown quite impressively. At the same time, what I found really interesting is that their share actually of a lot of specialty business has declined a bit relative to the US markets. For example, they have a bit of room to grow, arguably, following the cutbacks when they decided, cutbacks is the wrong term, the decile 10, etc., when they were trying to improve performance more generally. It does feel like Lloyd's has been through a bit of a performance turnaround, alongside its culture turnaround, which is probably another topic for another time.
Well, rather than, I think it's quite easy to tell whether Lloyd's is going forwards or backwards, but the extent of that can actually be quite opaque because of the whole stamp capacity system. There's no other area of this industry that measures its appetite to risk in a written premium number. You would always measure that on an exposure basis. So it's never really made sense to me why Lloyd's decides that they're gonna reward good performers with being able to write more premium, whereas actually it should be, okay, we're going to reward good decision makers with being able to take on more exposure. And in market cycles, it becomes quite difficult to tell. Okay, well, is that increased stamp capacity because we're getting we're getting a higher premium for the same risk, or is that genuinely the market being able to take on more risk?
Yeah.